Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Marvel Card Collectors Podcast. Welcome, brethren, one and all, to episode 194. I'm going to say hello to Josh.
Hey.
I'm going to say hello to Jason.
Hello.
I'm going to say hello to Keith.
Hola.
And I'm going to say to Wesley.
Hello.
And the reason I say that, this is a self-indulgent 194 celebration of Black Cat. Because
beautiful.
Because she appeared. Oh, there she is. There she is. In issue 194 of Amazing Spider-Man. So, as this is episode 194 of the Marvel Card Collectors Podcast, it's just going to be a self-indulgent little gay abandoned skip through the meadow of all things Black Cat collecting. And I wish I could say that we had more prepared than just the idea, but as usual, I can't. So Wesley, as you may or may not know, is a Black Cat collector. Wesley, remind me, when did you start collecting Black Cat? I know we talked about this, but it was over a year ago and I haven't listened again.
Yeah, so I started collecting Black Cat in 2020. That's
Okay.
when I jumped in and started collecting I've always kind of had a thing for her. And reading the comics, because I started reading comics when I was 10, 11, 12, and then got into Spider-Man, Amazing Spider-Man, reading that. And so, but I started hardcore collecting in 2020.
Nice. Okay, good. So I'm effectively speaking, this is just a chance for us to just completely indulge ourselves and maybe show some cool stuff. I don't think it's going to be a long episode. I think more than half an hour of this and people will be blowing their brains out. But Josh, Keith,
Yes,
and
sir.
Jason, you collect much more masculine and cooler characters. No, hang on. X-23 is not masculine, is she?
Yeah,
She's
violent, but
yeah, she is.
I mean,
she is.
I wouldn't want to meet her in a dark alley.
No.
Who, X-23 or Black Cat?
Either way, you're losing something. Your
Yeah.
wallet or a limb.
Yeah,
It's a fair point.
I'm not a very big man, so I probably wouldn't stand a chance either way. So.
Okay, fair enough.
Yeah, go with the wallet route.
What would you I was going to say, if there's any long-term hookup, the wallet's gone anyway.
Yeah, that's happened before.
If there's any questions that you fine gentlemen may have, looking at Keith, looking at Jason, looking at Josh, about what it's like to collect Black Cat, the floor is yours, gentlemen. I think Keith might have something already in the pipe, as it were.
So I think because I'm into the comics and stuff, I was wondering if I wanted to just indulge myself and find out what would get me more into just her character. What is your best favorite storyline she was featured in?
Okay.
Good one.
Well, I'm going to go if
Like you just loved this arc with her.
Yeah, no. In typical Kevin Smith fashion, it kind of does go places that maybe Marvel now would wish he hadn't. But Black Cat, The Evil That Men Do, was a 6-issue mini that Kevin Smith wrote.
I remember that.
And it came out, the first 3 issues were pretty quick, but then it just took 2 years for the remaining 6 to come out. And it's Terry and Rachel Dodson art. So it looks amazing. A lot of the cards that you've ever seen of Black Cat that reuse art, I'd say 50% come from covers or inserts.
And what about that story did you like?
Give
me the lightest synopsis you can. You know what I mean?
I like the fact that it went into, I'm not going to spoil it for you, but it went to some pretty dark places, talking about experiences she'd had as a woman and how that had influenced her character, why it made her the way that she was. I think, I guess, I don't know how much of that is still canon, as it were.
Mm-hmm.
You know, in the same way that Lucasfilm and all the extended universe Star Wars stuff got pretty much dumped 10 years ago. I mean, they're picking up bits of it that suit them now, like Thrawn. But yeah, so it looks amazing. The covers are really, really cool. And there is, I would say that the run that they recently revisited the well on with the symbiote Spider-Man stuff, and that was dipping back into the Amazing Spider-Man issues around the 240s, 250s, where the suit was kind of taking him on nighttime jaunts across the city, and Black Cat was around a lot during those issues. Some of that stuff's quite fun as well.
Cool.
So, Wesley, what about you? It's a good question.
You know, I actually was going to say the same thing, and I know that that dark thing that she brings up, the reason it kind of puts more into perspective a lot of stuff. I also always liked a lot of the stuff in the Spider-Man 600, 606 range, stuff like that. I think maybe a lot of it might have been the fact that Campbell was in there too.
J.
But
Scott Campbell,
yeah. But
is that a time where they were dating? Is that a time where they were dating again?
Well, I don't. Yes, I mean, they were kind of.
Yeah, because it was after One More Day, so he wasn't married to MJ at the time, was
right?
he?
Right. Everything kind of reset. Right.
Yeah.
I think I've got some of those.
Yeah. Yeah. Some of those covers are actually regarded as keys now from the J. Scott Campbell point of view.
Yeah, when I had a full Amazing Spider-Man, or not a full, but I had a
significant I see him going
Spider-Man.
I was gonna
those
got the one that
those covers.
Evil that Men
I
do.
do want to grade one of those.
Yeah. But yeah, some of those covers in the 600 range, by J. Scott Campbell of MJ and Black Cat.
Yeah.
Those, I didn't have a problem selling those, as far as, people wanting them. But yeah, those are some good stuff.
Well, and the fact that it was the other one that Kevin Smith was part of it and wrote it too, that's really cool. The Evil That Men Do is.
Yeah.
That was pretty controversial, wasn't it? I remember there being some controversy with the subject matter when that first issue came out.
Yeah.
I'm gonna try to get a trade. I'm gonna try to get a trade paper of that.
Yeah, no, it's worth picking up. It really is. Yeah, because the one that everyone knows. Hang on a minute. I'm just going to pull this up and I'm going to share it. Is the cover of 607. So let me just quickly share screen on this one. If I can actually find the button. That one. That's the one everyone knows.
There it goes. Yep.
Yeah.
Wow. There it is. But of course, the other one from around then is, if I can get it to load, go away. So I'm trying to get the toolbar at the top to go away. Go away, Zoom toolbar. Minimize thyself.
Oh, I hate that when it pops up in the middle and it doesn't let you touch anything.
Yeah.
Is this one?
Yep.
Yeah, the kiss.
Seen that a few times.
Yeah. And I didn't realize there was a redo of it for
Black Suit
as well.
That one's nice. Yeah.
That is nice. I've never seen this cover.
I love his work, man.
I might have to pick that up.
Oh, okay. So now I get it.
Yeah, that was the original, and then they kind of did a throwback to it about maybe 10 years later with this.
And he's with MJ instead of Black Cat.
Yeah, that's interesting. I like that.
Yeah.
I don't. I got to say, J. Scott Campbell. I'm more of a Dodson guy when it comes to the Black Cat stuff, the covers. J. Scott Campbell, I'm a bit like too much of a good thing, slightly with it. And they're all very similar, like Archer, for example. They're all very similar in terms of their covers. But
there is a saturation of Scott stuff out there now.
Yeah.
He's done a ton of variants. Like something big Centennial issue comes out, and there's 10 variant covers that he's done.
Right.
And he did a lot of stuff with X-Men that really just boggled my mind because I wanted all of them, and it just wasn't going to happen.
I don't have it in here right now, but the Alex Ross Timeless Black Cat variant that came out recently is just stunning.
His all those timeless variants that he did were really nice.
And I remember only a couple of years ago thinking, I don't remember Alex Ross ever having done Black Cat. And of course, now he has in quite glorious style, which I will hopefully just find a big enough picture to put on screen, because it's just a stunning cover, really is. Oh, can I find a copy big enough to put on screen? I can't. They're all really small images.
While you're figuring that out, Wes, because I'm not super familiar with her outside of just cameos in Spider-Man. Why is she a thief?
Well, her father was a thief as well,
Okay.
so that she kind of followed in her dad's footsteps and
The family business.
family business. Yes, a jewel thief, and then yeah, her father passed away, and she's and she likes the way she likes. I mean, I guess way I understand it, she likes the fun of it. You know, she
Yeah, I
likes
know
the
she likes
thrill,
the
and she likes
mischief and all that stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
and that could be, part of why some people enjoy her. Trying to see if I got this so
Who
this
came first? Who
cover
came first, her or Catwoman?
Oh, Catwoman was
Catwoman,
a lot
yeah.
earlier. Yeah, a lot
Okay.
earlier. Yeah.
this is
I
my
was going to say
favorite
that excitement
Jace.
about being a thief, and there's all these parallels
Mhm.
between the two.
Mm-hmm.
And
Mhm.
she's rich too, right? Or wealthy.
Correct. She doesn't need the money, I think.
Right. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
why it's just
I
for the
mean,
rush.
I remember from the 90s, the Amazing Spider-Man card set, there was a lot of her and about her, and then she was
Mm.
definitely featured heavy in the animated series.
Yes.
Hmm.
Yeah.
And sometimes
Well, I
she'll
mean-
take on causes too. Like if she believes that someone in great power has something that they shouldn't have, she
Oh,
kind
yeah,
of just
yeah.
takes it upon herself
Right.
and steps in
Um,
and takes it away.
I quite like the League of the Guild of Thieves kind of concept that came up in Amazing
that's
Spider-Man that went into the solo series that she had recently. That was quite cool. But no, you mentioned the animated series, and it's such a beautiful card. The
Oh
Oh,
yeah.
Yes.
Spider-Man
Yeah.
Metal Universe. So I mean, I saw these are notoriously troublesome in terms of the condition. So
I just gave mine away.
This is a 7. And I was tempted to go for the set because I just think it's beautiful. The
She
foiling
looks like
on
a
it.
10 to me, but
Yeah. Oh, of
Yeah.
course. Hey. I mean, the foiling on them is lovely, and I love these cutout holes in them. But
So
no,
I
think
have
it's
I have a question for either of you guys can field this. Now that we've seen the Bianchi Midnight Suns card, do you have a preference as a Black Cat collector, cats or no cats in there? Does it matter? Do you want to see more of that?
I mean, I think in that setting it looks
I love that card.
amazing.
Love
Yeah,
that card.
it's-
But I
That-
was curious how one of you guys, like, how often do they feature the cats? Is it
Too often.
prominent? Too much?
too often. Yeah,
Mhm.
because the thing, she doesn't really. I mean, apart from the Marvel one shot that I just picked up for my daughter, Marvel Meow, which is all about superheroes, cats, and everything.
I don't know.
Yeah.
She's loving it, by the way. She's absolutely loving it. Generally speaking, you don't see her rocking around with a cat in any of the Spectacular Spider-Man run, in any of the run from Amazing Spider-Man in the 200s. It's done on covers quite a lot. She'll be there and she'll be surrounded by cats and jewels. And the jewels bit I get. The jewels
Yeah.
bit's a bit overdone as well, to be honest with you.
Okay.
One of my favorite
Right.
covers of it has actually a J. Scott Campbell one, but he's gone out of his element a little bit. It's not her just doing some pose with like legs that go on for days. She's actually perched on a rooftop, Dark Knight style, just looking out over the city. And it's a brilliant cover, really good cover. And it's nice to see something different. Now, I don't think there's a cat in that picture, but if there was, it's a natural environment where a cat would be on a rooftop, chilling out in a
Right.
city.
Wouldn't pull away from the card.
No. Now, the Bianchi one, what I like about it, when I first saw it, I was like, oh, it's done cats. Then I saw it, and then I realized that he's put a ridiculous amount of personality into the cats. Two of them are looking at you. Well, one of them's looking directly at you. It's terrible, but you can actually see like the eyes doing their thing, and they're just kind of chilling out and minding their own business.
Mhm.
They're typical cats, basically.
I was gonna say, as cats do, they don't care about us.
Yeah,
and
they
what we're
don't.
doing.
No, no, flying monkeys. So yeah. I could kind of do without too much
Do without it.
extra cattage going on.
Right.
What for me I like is I don't have many graded books, but one of my favorites, which is why I picked it up, was this.
Yeah.
Yeah, that
Oh yeah,
Because
That's
it
nice.
really
that's Pepe
Pepe Larraz.
Pepe Larraz. Yeah.
So this is your House of X, Powers of X artist. And I just love that. It reminds me of the Marvel Universe like database stuff in the 80s,
Okay.
where you had
Yep.
the mugshot stuff. And it also it's a classic look, just the white, the kind of the frills, if you like, on her ankles and on her wrists and the collar. Yeah, it's just cool. It's a nice book with an advert on the back for something. Lego Avengers. Oh,
Yeah.
that's cool.
So
Yeah,
with
it's clean.
that, yeah, that's a nice one. I haven't seen that before. That's cool.
Yeah, I went down
it-
a rabbit
Oh.
hole of looking up that card the other day, and that's one of them that popped up because he did the Women of Marvel card.
Okay.
Oh, yes, that's right.
Sorry.
That's right. Yeah, yeah.
As far as the way we talked about the comics and the stories, do y'all have a particular preference of how she's depicted? Because I mean, she's been, she was kind of a villain. She's been, Spider-Man's ally, a little bit of a anti-hero. The last kind of thing I read was probably, we're talking 10 years ago, during the Superior Spider-Man, Doc Ock was in Spider-Man's body. He didn't know, he saw Black Cat as a thief, and that he beat her up pretty bad. And
Yeah.
when
Yes.
Peter came back, she didn't know that
she was out to get him for a bit. Yeah.
She went kind of full on bad with that. I mean, she was, bitter. She thought she'd been betrayed, but I don't know if that's still going on. But she was definitely leaned into the villain side for a little while after that. I don't know if y'all have a particular depiction of how you kind of like, or if you just like it all.
I guess the idea of a villain, like, what do they get?
Anti-hero.
Not an anti-hero.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
the word I was looking for.
Yeah.
The anti-hero. To me, what I really liked about her is the confidence. I mean, if I went back and I looked at the very first episode, or the very first comic, the 194, I was reading that and how they ran into each other. Her confidence was just through the roof, and she was just had that confidence for forever. And the fact that she can take that and do whatever she wants and still think it's okay, maybe not good or bad, just what she needs to do.
Yeah.
I think the anti-hero way is
So
what makes me happy.
you don't have to show it to us, but explain that panel to me, that first meeting. What does that look like?
She was just swinging in and flirting with him right away, thinking that she's just gonna take him away and get a date. At the same time, he's gonna, just give up stopping her from doing anything she needs to do and just let her
Yeah.
do it. And
Is she like mid-robbery or something, or she just
Well, the
rolls
first
up on
part of
him
the
while he's
book-
about to do something?
First part of the book is her, and she's like staking out somewhere. I think it's either a robbery in progress, and she goes and interrupts and takes it herself, or she's trying to steal something. I can't remember the details now. I was looking at it only yesterday, but I didn't actually read it too deeply. And then there's a middle section with lots of Peter Parker and exposition, and then the Spidey and Black Cat bit is about 2/3 of the way through, if I remember correctly.
yeah,
From there on, so a lot of the cuts of them both together are from the kind of the middle to the latter part of the book.
Gotcha.
I've got I need to have this up closer, but
Always off. The reason I know that is because I've got some comic cuts from Fleet Ultra Spider-Man from 194. And I was going in yesterday and I was trying to find where they were in the book for a bit of fun Instagram content. The first of which I posted up earlier on because there's been a lot of comic cuts being shared recently.
Yeah, and that's it's from
4.
194.
Yeah,
That's a
Part of
good one.
what, part of that first.
nice.
Is that-
Yeah,
a
that's
good
really
one.
nice.
That's
Mhm.
really cool.
Are those
Very
cuts
nice.
serial numbered? They're from the. Is that from Spider-Man Metal?
Yeah, Spider-Man Metal.
Yeah, they should be.
Okay.
Oh my goodness, this one's a. I just found this one's the alpha. I didn't know
Nice.
that.
Nice. Nice.
Also,
He shoots, he scores.
yeah, that's really cool.
And that's another thing I love about this hobby is you go back and look at the stuff that you got in the very beginning, and now you see how much more important it is, and you can look at it in a different way.
Mm.
And you'll miss stuff, man. I flipped through binders of X-Men Metal stuff and found I had pinks in there I didn't know I had.
Oh wow.
Wow.
The there's a costume of hers that I'm glad they've moved past was this one that had the kind of the eyes.
Yes,
part
that
of
wasn't
it,
like
and
the
that was-
ultimate.
Well, it was, yeah, no, it was main universe, but it was kind of post Superior. It was kind of
Mm.
just after Marvel now. They've moved away from it now. They've gone back to the kind of the more classic look. But there's no neck frills. She's very like buttoned up to the top with it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's
Stealth
just
suit.
yeah, for me it's more and she's got this kind of chain thing going on as well.
See, that's
So,
cool.
and it's so some people manage to pull, like Palumbo used that outfit and it really worked because he still kept the it looked good. She still had the kind of frills on her sleeve and things like that.
Yeah.
And it was just sort
That's
of
a
that
great.
pose.
That's a great card.
Yeah, and it was just, but yeah, but then when you look at her more classic outfit,
Uh,
I mean,
Yeah.
she's a little bit thicker there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
With
Yeah.
Olivetti.
Mhm.
But still
So
More
funny.
gymnast.
I was also going to ask about when I did a little research when it talked about her powers, abilities, and that whole history. Has there ever been a card or something that depicts that shows like that strike of luck where people are just falling over, breaking their necks, or guns jamming and exploding? And
Well, I'm laughing because they used to try and do that stats thing back in the 90s where they put the stats and things on the back of cards. And it's the most ridiculous thing because they cranked it. I mean, Bob Budiansky told me they'd made her up. They'd made a lot of them up. So in Marvel Universe 1990, I know this is a different sort of stat than the one you were talking about, but Marvel Universe 1990, she's listed as having a height of 5'10", battles fought 182, wins 93, losses 54, ties 35, win percentage 51. And it says her arch enemy is Spider-Man. Now, I don't think they were on that bad of terms in 1990 that would actually be the case. Fast forward on the stats a couple of years later, and some of them, there's one that has her at 6'3". It's the most ridiculous thing.
Oh, wow.
Where
She
is
grew
it?
up. A lot of people
Well,
grow up
yeah.
from 1890.
I can't find it now.
Right.
It's just it might not have been a card actually. It might have been in. Oh, hang on a minute.
Because some of the information
Might be
talked
Marvel
about
Metal.
one of the
Here we go.
scenarios that happened is where she gained an enhancement of physical ability,
Yes.
superhuman strength, and all
Yes.
this other stuff. That for me helps. That makes her
Yeah.
more relevant running around, flying around with Spider-Man, doing
Yeah.
6.5 Gs through buildings.
Oh, it's ridiculous. Yeah. No, she did. I can't remember. She was given. I can't remember. She was given powers by.
One of them says Dr. Trauma.
Yeah. No, there was one of those kind of more Midnight Suns kind of leaning.
So she's had
towards-
two kinds of power. She's had a power up, and then she's
Yeah.
also got her own almost like a domino kind of power.
Yeah. It's got bad luck powers. Basically,
It was a two-parter. One was the psionic abilities and
Yeah.
stuff like that, and then the other one was like a physical enhancement, cat-like agility, being able to see in a different color spectrum.
Did they ever do a team up with her bad luck powers and Domino's lucky powers? Because that would be
Right.
interesting.
I
No
was just
idea.
thinking about that
No
too.
idea.
do both sides of the
You know
domino.
what? That's
where,
pretty
like,
cool.
with the
That would be
white
pretty
suit
cool.
and the black suit.
Yeah, that'd be really
Yeah, yeah.
cool.
And they
They've-
both, I mean, they both kind of there you could do a lot with the powers plus their personalities and
Mhm.
Yeah.
yeah.
And you
you
can
know,
they
do
both
a lot of that
exude
comic
confidence.
art, a lot of that
Yeah.
comic art has made it
Oh
onto.
yeah.
Oh
I mean,
yeah.
so there's that issue we just looked at.
Because
This
Black
is
Cat has a white
something else.
suit version, right?
Say that again.
Isn't there one or two depictions of her in a white suit?
Rarely, yes. There's a
The mask stays the same, I think, but
yeah, no, there is. There's a lot of them are kind of like random, like either cover
Variants.
variants.
yeah, like
So
a
for
white
example,
Magneto.
yeah, well, the one that you'll have seen most in the last year or so is there was a variant cover to her Solent series a couple of years ago where they depicted a lot of characters across Marvel books in 2099 variants. So that was Black Cat 2099. And they
Okay.
used that in
I hadn't
the
seen that one
Rave.
before.
Yeah, they used that in the Rave cards in Spidey Metal.
How are those rave cards? I mean, I like the
Yeah.
images on a lot of them, but
It's all right. It's got some nice
Yeah.
foiling on it. You can see in the letters there.
Yeah, that's a little too different from me.
They're nice. I mean, they're nice. I mean, shout out to Billy. Billy gifted me that. It was very kind of him. And yeah, I just think I can't remember what the question was now. Yes, costumes wise, first time she changed costume was in Spectacular Spider-Man, kind of around issue 70 something, and she went into a different type of costume, and she was only in it for about 3 issues. And honestly, it was the worst thing ever. It was
So-
really bad.
First, Josh was asking if there's a card that depicts the powers.
Yeah, I don't think so.
No?
Not that I'm aware of.
Yeah, I
What's,
haven't seen anything.
What's a set that you thought you were going to be marked safe from that you had no intentions of buying, and then all of a sudden found out there was a card in there that you needed of Black Cat?
Midnight Suns has got way more Black Cat than I'm comfortable with, if I'm honest with you. I mean, I'm fortunate in that I like both of the cards, so I don't resent it. Whereas with Spider-Man Metal Universe, I actually wasn't taken with any, apart from maybe the animated one and the Palladium. The rest of
Now-
it was just kind of like, ugh.
Even though you don't like those as a collector, did you have to have those cards for your collection's sake?
Yes.
Okay.
And actually,
Yes.
with the Spider-Man metal too, it was the fact that we thought it was going to be a totally different card before we saw it.
What's
Right?
Jason wearing? Jason, I like your trousers.
What are those?
What are you wearing?
Jason, what are you wearing? What's
He's in
on
his
your bottom
PJs, dude.
half?
oh yeah, I forgot I'm wearing PJs.
Mate,
Goodness.
that's wonderful.
It's laundry day.
Hey, it's better than no pants.
Yeah, I'm
Yes,
glad you didn't.
sir.
Glad you didn't stand up and bend down over in that closet.
This
Yeah.
episode brought to you by Man Thing.
As well as last week's episode, because it's a week since we talked about Fleer Ultra Midnight Suns,
Right.
isn't it?
Hey, speaking
Yes,
of
right.
Black Cat costumes, this is from the Amazing Spider-Man set, but I
Oh,
remember this costume in the
ridiculous.
90s.
That's ridiculous.
And I'm surprised my parents let us keep that card, but
Uh-huh.
anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah, the
So-
costume she went to. I think I've got it in here. Let me get the tank. The tank. Didn't appear on a trading card at all. It did appear on a sticker. So let me just work my way through here, and I will see if I can find it for you.
How about sketches? Wes, you got any sketches?
I have the one of the big 3-panel sketch. That's
What, Premiere?
yeah, that's the one from
Oh, nice.
Premiere,
Yeah.
and this
Yeah,
was
that's
one that
beautiful.
I saw and I just
Who's the
we
artist?
just made this had to have. This is I want to go back too because it's
There it is.
And Ian, I know we've talked about your sketch collection and how you've come to start trimming it and stuff like that, but I want you, when we're done, to talk about what you look for now in a Black Cat sketch, what it has to have to be part of the collection.
Irma Ahmed. But yeah, that's the back
yes.
too.
Yeah.
That's nice.
Yeah. Both sides.
And that's
Because
yeah,
I know
I had to have it.
because of her features, it's gotten
I've
harder
missed it.
for her sketches to get through.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
No,
That's
no.
all right. Hang on. Let's try again.
Okay.
Right. Go big.
So that's the
Nice.
Yeah.
huh?
See, they did a good job there. I know that I was trying to say
And I
before,
love the
because of her
premiere of that.
features, they it's harder for her sketches to get approved nowadays.
Yeah.
So it
Yeah,
makes it
there's
difficult for newer stuff to find as they get rejected constantly.
So this is the only appearance of that second costume, and it was on a sticker.
Oh, geez.
Oh,
Nice.
interesting.
I've
Yeah.
never seen that before.
What
No,
colors are
right.
is that a purple and a yellow? Or?
Yeah, kind
Does.
of. Yeah, it was in. Well, that's actually someone firing a gun in front of her. She's kind of got a satchel. It's really difficult to see, and unfortunately, my camera's. If I get it closer, oh, it's kind of okay. She's got this
Yeah,
kind of cowl thing going on over
I was
her
going to
eye.
say, is that X20 Black Cat?
It's weird.
Yeah.
It's weird.
Interesting.
So yeah,
Yeah,
and
the,
that's
the mask especially looks
yeah,
like
it never
like
appeared
the
on a
X20.
card. It was on 1988. These Spider-Man stickers that came out. And like I said, it was only around for about 3 issues. There is a single sketch card that's hanging around on eBay and has hung around for ages, where one artist did that costume for one set. And I've never I've been tempted to pull the trigger just for curiosity value, really. But I never kind of went in for it. But yeah, no. Wesley's about to have a dual panel Chris Foreman, aren't you, Wesley?
yes, that one is
Which is in
it's on
here
its way.
somewhere.
I-
Well, it will be when I finish packing them. There it is. It's over there.
and then I do have
What are you about to? Oh, hang on.
this
hang
is
on.
just one that I got
Hang on.
when somebody
Nice.
just a cheap one somebody just sent me.
Oh, that's nice.
That's the only other
Is that Marvel
Only other
Universe?
is Heroes and Villains.
Oh, Heroes and Villains. Okay,
Okay.
cool. Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice. Nice.
I just haven't everybody's when it comes to sketches, it's also complicated on what people want, and I haven't really, I guess, made my decision on what's my algebra.
No, you're in that phase where
Problem
you need
to-
to kind of have them all.
Sketch algebra.
And that's where I was getting to with Ian, is that I know that he's spent a lot of time now watering down and figuring out what he likes. So I'm interested to hear what his criteria is
Yeah.
moving
Well-
forward. If he is to buy any more sketches, because I think he's done for the most part, unless it's special.
I am done. Yeah, I'm done. I think unless something comes up that's magical, I probably have maybe 5 or 6 sketches in my 79 that I kept on official stock. Maybe 5 or 6 that I could quite happily say, okay, I can swap one of those out. But it would have to be something pretty tasty. And the reason for that is partly because I feel like I've scratched that itch. I was acquiring sketches loads, and then it gradually tailed off, and it's kind of gradually tailed off at the same time as all the parallels and the numbered stuff has gotten more.
Right.
So, because I've only got a finite amount of resources, but also, like I said, there are fewer sketches of her. I mean, there are fewer sketches, full stop.
Yeah.
And that fewer sketches of her started before they started trimming down the volume of sketches in sets.
Right.
Because Marvel was starting to get a bit tight with the approvals. So, so I'm at a point now where I'm like, you know what, I'm happy with the 79 sketches that I've got on official stock. I've maybe got another dozen or so that are PSC or whatever. And yeah, they're cool. I probably don't feel the need to chase after any other ones. What nailed it for me was getting the Al Milgram from Marvel Annual the other year from Daniel Rubin.
Right.
Okay.
And I kind of felt, okay, I've got an Al Milgram sketch, and he was on. He's not created as one of the creators of Black Cat, but he was on 194. So I kind of figured, I've got a sketch by one of the guys who was on Amazing Spider-Man 194. So
Yeah, that's
I'm
cool.
kind of happy with that. And it's a decent sketch because he's getting on a bit, and he doesn't maybe put the effort in sometimes on some of them. It's fair enough. But
And with that many in your collection, you've probably already touched bases on every style of artist, every depiction of the character,
Yeah,
probably
yeah.
every card stock.
A lot of it, including a lot of MCU sets, where it's like, why is Black Cat on this MCU card set? You know,
Right.
like Captain America or Iron Man or whatever. It's like,
Right.
Well, and when did
Um,
you asked me, but when did you start collecting Black Hat?
2008 in terms of cards.
Okay. So you've
Um,
been at it for a minute.
yeah, I started with sketches,
Okay.
and then I gradually ramped up. So I was sketch heavy for the first 2 or 3 years, and then I gradually started getting more the printed cards, and then that kind of escalated, and then Upper Deck started putting out sets, and it was off to the races.
And
Especially after
sketches weren't
Marvel
that
Beginnings.
common back then in 08.
Correct.
No, but Masterpieces had just flooded the market with 3 sets in 18 months of one
Oh,
sketch per
yeah.
box. So that's where I came in. And then Rittenhouse started. And then in 2009, Spider-Man Archives, I think I must have had 50, 60 Black Cat sketches from that set
Wow.
Wow.
at one point. And
It's
then just went crazy from there on. And then it was Rittenhouse, set after set after set with Black Cat sketches in.
right.
And I was getting a lot of the sets anyway, like Women of Marvel, Dangerous Divas. Dangerous Divas I got a case of. And in that case, ironically, I only pulled 2 Black Cat sketches, and both of them I intensely disliked because they were really stylized and really odd. So I offloaded those.
She has some
But
big time gem stuff because didn't they do a few like female parallel, just the girls of Marvel or
Women of Marvel.
yeah, there was a couple of them that were pretty good looking.
you mean sketches?
No, parallel set in gems. It was a version of like I think they only picked like 15 characters or something like that.
Oh, I know the one you're
They
talking
had the
about.
one with the lips where she's got
yes.
yes, I did like that.
Yeah, the XO, like some of them have like XO.
Oh yeah, the XO I've
Yeah,
got.
yeah,
That's
yeah, yeah.
Oh, okay.
that's Dodson art. That is. No, the one I thought you were alluding to was, drum roll, please, someone. That was the worst drum roll in the world ever.
Sorry.
No, it was absolutely terrible. I can't get it out. Oh, come on, there we are. I thought you were alluding to this. If I can get it out of its packet.
Ooh, see that
That's
one.
nice.
That's
There.
It's the triple
I
drum.
really want one of those.
yeah. See, man,
That's
They are stunning.
oh my
You
god.
got to check
Is that
on
number
Wesley's blood
10?
pressure.
Yeah,
That's at 30.
that's,
Apparently there is a 10
Oh.
version. I've never
What's-
seen it. The one
what's
of
the-
one black was floating around on
Oh
eBay.
wow. What's
Or-
the
So
name
would
of
that be
that
would that be
insert?
a quad diamond?
No, it's triple.
Oh,
But I'm
okay.
saying you said that out of 10, would it go to a quad diamond?
No, I think they were all triples. I think the triple, the one of one was certainly a triple, because it was a black one. In fact, I think I've started doing something now where I keep images of cards. I grab them because especially for the one of one stuff. So while I find this, I'm just gonna.
When you say black, they black diamond?
No. The card, the background was black
Oh,
on the
because
card.
that would be
And
man.
I did keep an image of it. So let me just find that. Black Cat's cards. Here we go.
So up until she was put into Madam Web, I had wanted Sydney Sweeney to play Black Cat in the MCU if she were to come out. Who do you guys have as your ultimate casting?
Well, she'd be up there actually. I have to say.
She's who I
Yeah,
wanted, but now
I
that they've
found these
used
images
her,
now,
I
so
don't
I'm
know
just
if we'll see her, double play something. So
So this is
who's your
this
dream
is-
cast?
This is the of 5 version.
Ooh.
Wow.
Okay.
That's
I don't own this.
That's a nice looking card.
Yeah, I don't own that.
Yeah.
I think I've got the back of it here as well. Hang on. Yeah, there's the back.
Mm,
So that
nice.
popped up a couple of years ago, so I grabbed photos of that. And then I think I have the one of one. There's the one of one back.
Wow.
Is this going to be the one of one? Yeah, that's the one of one front. Do
Oh,
wow.
you see what I mean? So that's the black kind of. It's got that black effect.
Wow.
With kind of gold lasers.
is that David Finch art?
Yes.
Okay.
Nice job, Jason.
Yeah.
I've got a couple tricks up my sleeve.
Good eye.
So,
I like
and then there's
Finch.
the 5.
Yeah, he's really good.
And then I've got the 13, which is nice.
Yeah, that's just there. That's beautiful. That's one of my favorites.
I
It
mean, in
has
this
to be.
market, I don't know who eventually got that 1 of 1. It was coming up on a seller in Japan. And what they do in Japan is that quite a lot of the time they'll list on Yahoo or one of the other marketplaces, and you can't even view those from outside of Japan. There are aggregator sites that enable you to do. Like Buy is a good one, so you can often find stuff there. And what they'll do is they'll buy on someone's behalf and then have it shipped. They are kind of act as a middleman. But what will often happen is that people on eBay will do that as well. So you will often see the same card listed at different prices from sellers in Japan. And you're thinking, why is that the same card? It's because they don't own the card. They're doing that middleman service to get it off a buying platform within Japan. And like the first one to get the listing would mean that, you go. So that 1 of 1 was up there for a good 8 months at different prices, and it would occasionally reappear. And when it originally went onto eBay back in 2016, I missed out on the bidding by this much. And I messaged the seller to say, any chance you could tell me who that went to? They never replied. I messaged them again twice more over the years, and they never replied.
Yeah, I've had that happen a couple times overseas.
And but whoever it went to, it popped up in Japan, and it's now disappeared. And that was about 18 months ago now. So someone has got that, and in this market, the odds of me being able to afford that is just like very, very unlikely. So yeah, it'd be nice to, but maybe one day I'll put out a bounty for it. I'd like to have one of the 1 in 5 ones at least.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a beautiful card.
But
It
they
is.
are stunning.
Wes,
some
do
of
you have
those-
one of the XOs? Did you say you had one of those XOs?
I don't have one, but
Okay.
I've it's on my checklist.
I might
Yeah.
have a
I did.
spare.
Oh, really?
Yeah, in
I
my
like-
duplicates. In my duplicates. I know I've got a spare exquisite,
Okay.
so we should
You
probably
have
talk
that.
about that, unless you've got that. I can't believe this is like a cat marketplace now, where we're pimping out cat to each other. But no, the XO, I think that's Dodson, if I remember correctly. Where is it? Gems. Where are you, Gems? There it is. Gems, beautiful gems. XO, yeah, that's Dodson.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
nice.
Falling on
Yeah.
that.
Look at
Just-
that.
just
Yeah,
falling
I've
on
seen
Those are
some
cool.
of those EXO
I love those.
cards.
Blow up your screen here. Yeah, that's for that character. I mean, come on, that's awesome.
Yeah, those are pretty. I've seen some of those. They're
It's quite funny on the back. It's got likes, adventure. No, sorry, likes, adrenaline, collections, foreign films. Dislikes, the ordinary redundancy. Favorite colors, black and diamond. It's like, who writes this shit?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, they're pretty cool. Those ones.
As far as an actress, have you thought about this, Ian? I've
Sydney
thought,
Sweeney is definitely a good shout.
But we've
There
lost
was,
her, so I need you to recast her.
Who else did she play?
She's in the new Madam Web.
As
She's
Mad-
no,
Current
she's,
actress or anyone from history who's been in films?
yeah.
I want you to. It's got to be someone that we're gonna get to see on screen soon.
So I can't go Racco Welsh mid-70s.
No.
That would be.
I was gonna say.
I mean, you can't listen. We could answer both questions. You can do your all-time casting, but I want your
Yeah.
relevant casting also.
Okay.
I was gonna go with a.
You think with the Craven
Christina.
thing that they just did with Quicksilver that they couldn't use her again? Because it doesn't seem like
That's what I mean. I don't think that ship has sailed. If I was going to go with someone, I'm going to go with the actress Willa Fitzgerald.
Okay.
She's possibly not as buxom as the character is used to being represented, but I don't think that should necessarily be a criteria. She was in Fall of the House of Usher.
Mhm.
as the young.
Oh,
Josh
she
okay.
was in
She was in Reacher series 1
Yep.
as the
Yep.
female cop, and she
Yep.
was in the Goldfinch movie as well. She's really good. She's really good. So
I'm-
yeah, she could pull it off.
Yeah.
Who was Catwoman in the Dark Knight movie?
Anna Hathaway.
Zoe.
And
Oh yeah,
Hathaway.
okay. I was
That
thinking
would
Zoe. I
probably
thought you were saying Zoe Kravitz, wasn't that?
She might. She was in the Pattinson one, wasn't
Not the
she?
Dark Knight. Yeah. Okay, good.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah, yeah.
But
She was in-
Hathaway, I mean, that's probably who I'm trying to get there to figure out who would.
It's
That's
tough,
tough.
because she's definitely not going to typecast herself and do that.
Right, right.
No,
No, but
because
I've-
Hathaway might have. No, I'm not sure she'd do it at this point of her career.
I've
Right.
seen some fan art or or Photoshop posters of like a Spider-Man 4 for Tobey Maguire, and people photoshopped Anne Hathaway as Black Cat on,
That's a
Oh.
dream casting, and I'm
Yeah.
down to talk that, but I want
Yeah,
to see.
that makes me feel better.
Yeah.
So the Amazing Spider-Man 2 with Andrew Garfield,
Yes,
didn't they tease
yes.
Felicia
Felicity
and-
Jones.
Felicity Jones, yeah.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm glad that never went anywhere because I don't think she was right for the casting of it.
And it was definitely a different kind of depiction of the character in general.
Yeah. Absolutely, absolutely. If we're going back 15 years, you could go with Elisha Cuthbert from 24.
Ah,
Yeah.
good job.
If you're going back 20 years, you could possibly shoehorn Shannon Elizabeth into the role.
Okay.
Possibly. Don't know. So yeah,
Oh,
Wesley's very quiet on this. Wesley's clearly in deep in thought about this one.
I'll give you a name. You'll have to Google or write down her name, and then later on, Lily Simmons.
No idea. No
She's
idea.
been in
Elizabeth.
she was in Banshee. She was in True Detective.
Oh, Lily
um,
Simmons. Yes, Banshee.
Ray Donovan.
I loved Banshee.
She was in Ray Donovan. She
Yeah,
was
yeah,
in
yeah.
the Power stuff.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
love Banshee.
How
Can we
about
talk
Kate
about
Beckinsale?
Banshee for a
Oh.
minute?
yes. I
Which I
just
think she-
rewatched.
what's funny
True
is I think
Detective
she-
season 1.
I
Yeah.
think she played Catwoman in Gotham, actually.
Did
Kate
she?
Beckinsale.
Wow. Okay.
I've got her IMDb right now.
I think she
Oh.
did. I think she was Selena in Gotham.
Let's see.
The suspense is
Selena
killing me.
Kyle. Yep.
Yeah.
You win the no prize.
There you
Circle
go.
gets a square.
Yes.
Whoa.
Oh, you know,
No idea
yeah,
what that reference is.
that would be a good casting. I just rewatched True Detective season 1 because it's my favorite thing ever. and
Oh,
I
know
remember
what
her
you're going to
from
say.
that.
Can we go? Was it Alexandra Daddario from True Detective season 1?
Ooh,
Yeah, she's in that too. Yeah.
Yeah, she's got the eyes.
that'd be a good one.
Definitely got
Yeah,
the
that-
eyes for the role.
Yeah.
Do I mean eyes?
Wes, what
Think
you
I do.
got?
I was actually before she played Magic in the New Mutants. I like that Anna Taylor-Joy and
Oh, good
or,
shout.
the one I really like lately. I watched the TV show Terminal. The Chloe Grace Moretz.
Oh, Chloe Grace
Oh.
Moretz. Yeah, who played
Mhm.
Hit Girl in them? Yeah.
I had thought if she had a little bit of she made a little bit of acting changes, she could be really good.
See, so put a pin
Well,
in those.
there
and
we
let's
go.
see in a couple
So-
years if we nailed something.
We will. We will.
So one that I thought of that maybe would have been good maybe 10 years ago. Alice Eve. She was in
Oh,
Star Trek.
yes. Good shout. Star Trek Into Darkness.
Yeah, she
Mhm.
she just kind of just the character she plays kind of
Yeah.
sort of kind of fits that Black Cat. I mean,
Yeah,
she's only she's 42. She's not actually she's a day younger than me. We have the same birthday. But anyway.
For me,
What
a
about the-
prime Carrie Russell.
Oh,
Carrie Russell, like 20 years ago. The Americans.
From the Americans?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, she was.
What about the Doctor from Strange New Worlds? Do you guys watch the newer Star Trek stuff at all?
I haven't got a chance to really
Uh,
sit down and watch it, but I liked what I've seen so far.
Yeah.
Oh, do you mean
The-
the blonde actress who plays
Mhm.
Chapel? Can't
Yes.
stand that actress.
In
She's
the
one of the
in the
worst things about the show
underworld
for me.
movies,
no.
that she looks the Beckinsale looks just reminds me of Black Cat.
Yeah. Yeah.
Just the body, the way
Yeah.
she looks, the
Oh, are we talking Underworld? Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
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 I mean, I don't know if that
Those
would
movies
fit.
are a bit of a guilty pleasure for me. Am I
Yes.
the only? I kind of
I
dig 'em.
love yeah, it was
And the Resident
regardless
Evil
of the
ones.
storyline, regardless of what
Yeah.
it was, I was just entertained every
Yeah.
time.
I
Yeah.
agree. The Resident Evil ones, I agree 100%.
Were you not entertained? Well, I was
Yeah.
actually. I didn't have a clue
Yeah.
what was going on, but I was entertained.
Right.
So, you can't ask for more than that, really, can you?
You emptied your popcorn.
Yeah.
I think it'd be
Oh,
she'd
yes.
be perfect.
Right. Have we catted ourselves out? Are we exhausted catted?
Well,
Or is
What's
there any
your-
more in the tank?
what's y'all's favorite? I mean, we talked about cards, comics. I mean, what is like not necessarily what's your favorite Black Cat card you own? I know that's a hard question. They're your children, you love them all.
Simply
sure, but-
because it's at the top. This I recently got, and I love this so much. This was so have you heard of the Spider-Man art cards? They're the acetate ones from 2002.
Oh
Mhm.
boy.
Does this ring any bells for you all? Well, here, let me hook you up. So in 2002, this was the dark ages of Marvel cards. There was nothing coming out at all. And a company, I can't remember what they're called now. Was it Artbox? They came out with a set that was Spider-Man related, and it was acetate cards.
Oh, I have seen those.
Yeah, and it's a lovely
Yeah.
set. I've almost
Man.
finished it actually. I've got a few more to go. So card 6, yep, is this one. And
How
it's
many are
kind of, I think there's 72 in the regular set. Then there's 3 ultra rares, 6 rares, and a P 1 to 9 set. I can't remember what the P stands for. There was a 5-card promo set which I don't have, but I have the binder. There's also a little viewer that you could get, which you could slot it in and kind of get that kind of background effect. If I put it
Okay.
over there, you can see.
Yeah.
It's
Right.
nice. So 2 pieces came to me in the last year. First of all, that set had signed cards in, including Stan Lee ones. Okay. So I don't know if every card had signatures. I think there are about 20 artists in there. This one is it hand or sticker signed? No, it's on card. Mike Wieringo, numbered to 150.
Oh wow.
So that's
Nice.
his
That's
artwork,
beautiful.
and he's passed away now. So that's
Right.
That is beautiful.
So I've got that.
That's nice.
So that came to me, and then the other element that came to me is you could get a binder, and with the binder you got an uncut 9 panel, and that uncut 9 panel, don't think it's in numerical order. I think it's just random cards. Oh no, it is. It's 4, 5. No, it is random cards throughout the set. She's on that.
Man.
Okay.
Let me move it
That's
over there.
nice.
So there it is.
Wow.
It's not there.
Man, I had seen that set before, but it's just been either eBay pictures or
The
ComC
white
scans. I
behind it,
didn't know
that makes it-
anything about it, but you
It's just
showing
lovely.
that, you see
Yeah.
what
They're
they
really nice.
look
The
like.
borders are
Yeah.
lovely. They've got this one doesn't, but some of the borders have got foil on.
Mhm.
Okay.
And they're very condition sensitive because the acetate is really thin. But yeah, I think that at the moment
Is that a lot of
because-
Delgado? It looks like Delgado or
there's all
or
sorts of
Bocciolo.
yeah, it's art from it's not original art, it's all art reused from comics in
Right.
various places. So yeah, you've got all sorts in here. Some of them have front covers, so there's a section. It's a very interesting set. It's like Marvel Universe in a way, in that you'll go numbers 1 to 36 will be this, and then you'll have a 9 card that will be iconic covers. So amazing Fantasy 15, Spider-Man
Right.
number 1.
What's the name of that set?
It's Spider-Man film cards with a
Okay.
Z. So at the moment, I think it's probably that, because both the 9 card that came from Izzy Chavez, our
Wow.
Black Widow guy. I traded. What did I trade? I gave him a rainbow from annual 2018-19 with the red EPAC parallels that we were talking about the other week. So he got that. That was Scarlet Witch, not Black Widow, but I think he does a bit of Scarlet Witch as well. And he traded me that for it. And then the auto, there was a guy who appeared in group last year who seemed to have loads of cards that had belonged to his father, like real deep cut stuff. And he had loads of film cards, including 2 of those Waringo signatures and some Stan Lee ones. He did put them up for sale in group as well. So yeah,
Well,
that's me anyway. What about you, Wes? Let me put you on screen.
I guess my two. I got two. I mean, I think I've already this Women of Marvel
Yeah.
2 set. This card is
That's the Pepe you were talking about, right?
right, and this one is the Omega, the 50 out of 50.
Now
Nice.
that is from the Ruby set that was only in archive boxes. And the set you got the full set of Ruby, the same number in an archive box. So if you bought an archive box, you would have the full set, but it would be a Ruby parallel version of it, and you'd have the full set in there, all serial numbered.
Wow.
Wow.
So
Yeah,
someone
that-
would need to get that. Someone needs to get an archive box, break it, and then split the set.
That would make sense because when I got this on eBay, they were all Omegas 50
Yes,
50, and
that's
they
right.
had I got I got this I got the Black Widow 50 50, and I got this. Everything else I got outbid, but
The
I went hard
foiling
on
on the
those two.
side of
ridiculously
that one is
difficult to get.
amazing.
Yeah.
Like
They're ridiculously difficult to get. Which one do I
And
do?
then-
I have that? I do.
And then
You carry on, dear. I've got
And
to
then-
dig down to find mine.
and then this EX that I ran across, it's
Oh.
numbered to 31, and it's the Alpha.
Now,
Nice.
is that
Those are
is
my
that the same
two.
kind of mask that Ian was showing on that sticker card? Or no?
That
It's
is
got
that
some
is the Ultimate
pointiness.
Spider-Man. That's Bagley, Ultimate Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Okay.
yeah.
Oh, yeah, Ultimate Spider-Man. Yeah.
So what you're showing there is they did the regular EX. Let me just. So the regular EX is that one. No, that one. Sorry. Then they did the then, which is the one you've got, which is 431 I've got, and then they did and now.
Ian,
which
can
is
you big
2 of 12.
yourself?
Oh
wow.
dear, buy me a drink first, please. There we go.
Okay.
Sorry, it's in the sleeve, so it's difficult
There
to
you
see.
go.
So
There
yeah,
you go.
regular one. I think that's the one that you just showed, Wes.
Yeah. Mhm.
And so yeah, that was then and now, I think. I'm not sure what the conceit is. Anyway, the idea is that the serial numbers, that's 12 and 31, would add up to the same amount. So put it this way, the Spider-Man, that one, there's only one of those in existence. Because it would
Right.
change, the serial numbering would change based on the character.
Mm-hmm.
So you
Okay.
would end up with some of them, this one's only 12 Black Cat, but a different character might only have 6 or
Right.
4
Gotcha.
and have more
Yeah,
of this
I've
one.
got the
Yeah.
Madam.
So-
I got the Madam Web
Yeah.
of those.
But the total there are added up to the same amount. It's really difficult to get my head around.
That's bonkers. Yeah, that's
Yeah. Jonathan Dunn knows the detail on it.
Yes.
He would tell
yeah.
you.
Yeah.
They are
And
beautiful
I think
cards.
there was I think the Venom there was like the purple Spider-Man maybe was a 1 of 1, and I think the
Yes.
red Venom was a 1 of 1.
Ooh.
I forget, but
No, there was
I
only one of 1. I think the
really?
the Spidey was the 1 of 1.
I thought
down that low.
okay.
I think Jonathan Dunn knows. He knows everything about that set. He is Mr. Fussell.
Yes.
He knows all. They are lovely cards, Wes.
Yeah.
You got anything else to show us?
Those are my two favorites. I've been waiting to see if I could come across the Diamond to 10 with the Women of Marvel. If somebody,
Oh, good luck.
I've got it. Yeah, I've got
Good luck.
to.
They're really tough.
I got a separate bank account set aside for that, just in case that pops up.
Yeah, no, they're just banging cards. Wesley, do you have a Premier Gold bust? That came out wrong. So Premier 2017, they did the these bust cards, which are, I guess they're quite similar to the chess pieces.
Yeah.
Oh,
So,
yeah.
okay.
yeah, which is they're fine. They're okay. I wouldn't say they're orgasmic.
I don't they have they're that, and then there's a gold version.
Yeah,
Is that
I'm
right?
actually
Okay, yeah.
gold, yeah.
I
So
d-
that's that one. That's not numbered.
I do not have those yet. I haven't.
And it's fine. And then the gold version, and numbered to 15. And this is 8 of 15.
Wow. Is that a different texture
cool.
or different, or is it just extra shiny?
Oh, it's all gold, the whole thing.
Yeah.
That's
Look, you can see it.
super cool.
Yeah, it is.
It's really nice. I'll tell you who has quite a few of these. Andy Kerr has gone after these in a big way. So hit him up. He's a lovely fella. I'm sure if you make him the right
he is.
offer.
I haven't seen him around or on the group. in a while,
He's
nice stuff.
relocated, I believe. I believe he relocated to
Oh,
a different
okay.
part of the States. So he has been. In fact, he messaged me earlier on, sent me a link to something. He occasionally pops up and sends me a link to something cool. He sees Black Cat, which is really nice of him to do. Invariably, I've usually got it. Bless him.
Yeah,
Cool. All right, I'm going to let you guys go because, quite frankly, Wesley and I could do this all day in true Captain America style.
Right.
But I'm sure the rest of you have probably got something else to go and be getting on with. This has been, quite frankly, glorious and not at all self-indulgent. I'm going to come up with something really cool for the intro to this episode, and Wesley, I'm going to speak to you about that afterwards. So our listeners will by now have heard it.
Sweet.
If you're on YouTube, I might find a way to make the audio work on the YouTube version for this one. So we'll see how we go. All right, guys. Wesley, I'm going to let you do this one because, quite frankly.
Hey, real quick, Ian.
Oh no. What?
I got to shout out 2 collectors from the group that have unburdened another collector of something that they've been holding on to for a while. And he just wanted to shout out Tayler Ritchie and Jesse Gauss. So I just wanted to plug that in there real quick. Take it away, Wes.
Just get everything you can get and enjoy collecting.
Nailed it.
Yeah, there it was.
Yeah,
It was.
fucking savagely scorched earth. I want it all. Bastards.